The exact day that my journey began was June 24th, 2011, which was the day that I created my YouTube channel. YouTube was an outlet that I became obsessed with, a whole world full of content, all for free and so easy to access, a 10-year-old can do it. And so, he did. The first pieces of content that I created revolved around two things, video games and Nerf. For my entire life, video games have been a big part of it, and I wanted that to be known to the world. I saw all these people creating content and letting the world know who they are, and that is what I wanted for myself. I wanted the world to see the joy that I found in playing video games, and hoped to spread that joy. And then there's Nerf. Nerf is a company that makes toys, sports equipment, and most importantly, dart blasters. Nerf blasters were a huge hit amongst my generation growing up and became the essential building block of content. The people on YouTube successfully making Nerf battles and videos were my first inspirations to make content in the first place. I would get together with my friends, load up some Nerf guns, get our moms to film us with my iPod Touch, and we'd just go. It was the most basic way to create videos, but we had a blast doing them. As the years went on and I grew up while fulfilling my passion, the videos grew up as well. During this whole process, I discovered iMovie. iMovie allowed me to add cuts, cues, graphics, music, and even sound effects into my videos. I utilized the software to the most to create content that truly felt like the next step ahead. This is where I was able to significantly improve upon my work, making every next video better than the previous. However, all good things must come to an end. As I became a freshman in high school, I drifted away from the Nerf videos. Instead, my storytelling efforts were focused on something different, BGTV. BGTV was our high school's news show that would air every Friday to the whole school live. The broadcast media class were the people in charge of making each week's show. We created pre-filmed packages, as they were called, mixed in with real-time production and live anchors. And yes, I have messed up live on camera.
I'm Brendan Belcham, and to all those seniors and juniors going to the prom today, get some advice from a freshman. Be safe and have fun. This is BGTV.
This is BGTV.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
BGTV is a place where my skills as a filmmaker and storyteller improved the most. I got the opportunity to work with industry-level equipment, like cameras, lights, programs, and editing softwares. I essentially was given access to a whole film crew at my disposal. As we made packages relevant to the school and the Las Vegas community, we also had some wiggle room to curate other kinds of content as well. We made skits that went along with each show's theme. We filmed a music video with one of my teachers where he wrote a Christmas parody of the real Slim Shady. We did a whole show starring entirely teachers and was dedicated to them. I was able to showcase other outlets as well. During the summer of 2018, I traveled to Jamaica for a humanitarian relief mission trip. Throughout the mission, I filmed and documented the whole thing and was allowed to share my experience with an actual audience. This has been my journey. This has been the story of what I am passionate about, telling stories. I literally just told you what my passion was by doing it. It is something that I care a lot about, and it is what gives me purpose in life, in this simulation. Because that's what this is, right? The definition of a simulation is that it is the imitation of a situation or process. An imitation will never be the real thing. It is just supposed to look like the real thing. An imitation will never yield anything inside. It will just always be an empty shell. Our world and our lives are not that. Our lives are the exact opposite from empty shells. Our lives have substance and purpose. All of that alone cannot even exist in some simulated copy of what is supposed to be, as we are what is supposed to be.